Okay, so how does that look? This is actually the Aluratek 4K webcam, 30 frames a second. First impressions, I'm looking at this grill on my microphone. It doesn't look very crisp. I'm looking at this on a 4K monitor, my LG. It's a beautiful screen. The image, well, I'll wait for the playback. I'll wait for the Final Cut Pro and the playback, and we'll listen to the audio then, and we'll look at the compare and contrast against the Logitech, the classic old 1080p Logitech C920, industry standard for a reason. But it's been that way for so many years, and the industry has been really needing to level up. So how is this 4K Aluratek 30 frame per second webcam? I have it set up in an 18-inch ring light. Right now, the ring light is set at a minimal amount of brightness. I'm going to actually raise the amount of brightness. Let's see how that camera element responds. Okay, things look a little bright, a little washed out, kind of folding back into the shadows here, and my skin tone looks a lot better real time on the screen. We'll see how the recording looks. But right now, the real time skin tones look better when I'm out of the bright light with this Aluratek camera lens. Adjust the ring itself. Okay, so how does that look? I am looking straight on at the Aluratek 4K webcam, and I'm recording audio through the stereo microphones of the Aluratek 4K webcam. So 1, 2, 3, let's do a quick wave at 30 frames per second to see how crisp the definition is with the fingers. Does it blend? Does it blur? Let's check that out. Let's take a look for video syncing, audio syncing, or hopefully I don't have to do any resyncing of the audio and the video. I get pretty great quality out of my GoPro, pretty good quality out of my Logitech. How is the quality of the Aluratek? Okay, let's switch over to the Logitech now. Okay, well now we're using the Logitech C920 HD 1080p webcam, classic industry standard. We're using the Logitech microphones, so you can hear the difference between the Aluratek microphone input and the Logitech. We did a clap test to look at video syncing on the Aluratek with the audio. Let's do that clap test now. Now we also did one of these, a hand wave, to see if we're getting much distortion, much bleeding. We should be at 1080p, 30 frame per second. On my monitor, it looks real time like I'm getting a whole lot of blend and blur. So not as much definition as I would prefer, but yeah, this is an 8-year-old webcam. It's just the industry standard. The industry has been needing to level up. Hopefully that Aluratek stands out because the price point was really approachable during the sale. We're in the early part of the holidays right now. It just came out. It just showed up on the shelves at Best Buy. $50 off, MSRP $180, $129 right now. So is it worth it? So was that previous video better than this? This is the Logitech C920 industry standard. It's what we're also used to using, and it's always a pretty good safe go-to. Supported by everything, and we're all used to it. And it's always superior to the built-in MacBook and webcams too. So there you have it. Let's actually pump up that brightness on the ring light like we did with the Aluratek and see what the video quality and sound is like. Okay, well, boy, that's bright. It can go brighter, but that's pretty bright. And so how does it look? Classic industry standard, pretty bright light right now that it's hitting me with. We're looking at the microphones going through the Logitech C920. We're listening to the microphones in the Logitech C920. We're also looking through the lens of the Logitech 1080p C920. So how does that look compared to the Aluratek? Let's switch right back to the Aluratek for a reminder and a quick contrast. Okay, back to the Aluratek. This is the 4K Aluratek webcam. MSRP $180, on sale right now at the time of the video, $130. There will be links in the video. I want to throw out a question of the day. What do you use for a webcam? And what would you like to see different? So there you go. Question of the day. What do you use for your webcam? And what would you like to see different? A lot of people are using cell phones. I use a cell phone all the time. Let's check it out. So the Aluratek, we are looking at the standard setting right now. Pretty bright ring light mounted setup. It's pretty sweet. I think I'll take a photo shot of it just to show. I'm just going to be lazy and use my iPad right now. The Aluratek 4K webcam. Maybe I'll get a thumbnail out of that. So anyway, how does it look? How does it sound? How about the definition of the moving hand? 30 frames a second. I might drop a sample down to 24-bit frames a second. Put some comments down below or contact me. Let me know, what would you like to see? Would you like a compare and contrast with the GoPro in webcam mode, with the Apple iPad Pro camera, which is excellent, with the MacBook Pro camera? Let me know. Maybe I'll use my PC camera and we'll see what that 1080p camera looks like. But open to the ideas, throw them in the comments, and remember, subscribe, like, especially if you're getting value, and subscribe, like, and remember, if there's value there, subscribe and like. Show some activity there so I can keep making these videos. It really helps the channel out. It really helps me out. So if you're getting value, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like. Anyway, there's the Aluratek. Now this is the native default mode. While we're here, let's go through the paces. Let's go through the zooms and see what these other modes are really like. So I hit the button once. I'm expecting a mode change. Okay, digital zoom, but not seeing anything in the actual included manual. Okay, digital zoom. Is digital zoom working? I'm clicking the button. Oh, look at that. I'm holding the button down. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. It's almost a built-in effect. Check that out. So it's just a one-way incremental. It gets up to its largest amount of zoom, and then it rolls back to the small screen. Let's see how close we are. Okay, there we are. 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Aha! All right. So 30 frames. 30 frames of slight incremental zoom. Very interesting. Let's just hold the button down and wait for the timeout and let it roll through. There we go. Okay. Digital zoom. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's a little gimmicky. That's a little gimmicky. And there's nothing to indicate when we're at max zoom and we're about to roll over back to the original setting. So you gotta stage your shot. So you've got to stage your shot up front. So okay, does it work? Yes. Does it seem neat? Sort of, but you get what you pay for, and that's very entry level feature for a digital zoom. I do like the fact that it's an 8 megapixel element. I do like the fact that it's a 4K webcam. I'm going to go edit this and take a look at the difference between the Logitech 1080p that is just a set standard, that is the yardstick to compare to, and this Aluratek 4K, which I'm a little excited to have a 4K camera, but am I going to keep this thing and hold on to it? I almost want to throw that out to you to decide. But do let me know, what kind of webcam do you use and what would you like to see? What would you like different? Do you have any suggestions or recommendations? Throw it down, and I'm looking forward to any comments. Thank you.